The river below whispered secrets of forgotten travelers, and fog curled around the railings like ghostly fingers. She hesitated at the entrance, recalling the warning carved into the stone. "Turn back, do not cross." But curiosity pulled her forward. With each step, the wooden planks creaked in warning. Halfway across, she felt a draft brush her neck, though the night was still. A soft voice echoed from the dark passage ahead, too low to make out words but full of promise and dread. Mara's heart pounded as she glanced over her shoulder. Nothing but shadow. Then from the bridge's rear corner, a pale figure emerged, its eyes empty hollows glowing with impossible light. Mara froze. The fog swallowed her whisper. "Why are you here?" Silence answered, and in that moment she understood.
Video ended before the water turned deadly? On a quiet summer evening, a young couple took a kayak onto a glass-still lake. No waves, no wind, just silence. They filmed a short clip, laughing, drifting, the sun setting behind them. That video would later be played by police. About 20 minutes later, their kayak was found overturned near the shore. Only one person made it back. Rescue teams said the surface looked harmless, but beneath it, cold water shock, strong undercurrents, and sudden drop-offs. Investigators believe the kayak shifted, they fell in, and panic did the rest. The survivors said it happened in seconds. One moment they were floating, the next, they were gone. No signs of struggle, no crime, just a peaceful lake that didn't look dangerous until it was. The video ends with laughter, no screams, no warning. So here's the question. If the water was calm, why did only one return? Comment your theory below. Accident, instinct, or a guy named Elias who lived alone in a studio apartment. He downloaded a popular sleep app just to see if he snored. For the first few nights, it was normal, just rustling sheets and silence. But on the fourth night, the app flagged a high disturbance event at 3:00 a.m. Elias played the audio file. He heard his own voice asking, "Are you awake?" Followed by a long silence. Then he heard himself answer, "No, not yet." The terrifying part? Elias realized the second voice wasn't coming from his bed. The audio waveform showed the sound was coming from the far corner of the room, 10 feet away. He listened to the end of the clip. After a few seconds of static, the voice in the corner whispers, "He's listening to the recording now." Elias moved out the next day, but he claims the app is still sending him notifications from the empty apartment. If you want to hear the actual audio file, fill it back up before sunrise. At first, his wife thought he was sleepwalking, or maybe having a breakdown. But then she noticed the change. Every morning he came back inside, he looked older. His skin was grayer, his hands trembling, like the dirt was draining the life right out of him. One night, the rain was pouring and she couldn't take it anymore. She ran outside to stop him. He was standing deep in the mud, staring at the empty bottom of the pit. She screamed at him to come inside. He looked up, tears mixing with the rain, and whispered, "I finally made enough room." Then the walls of the hole collapsed instantly, burying him alive. Police dug up the entire yard the next day. They never found a body, not a single bone. But that night, the neighbors heard a rhythmic sound. The wine, he said his sister vanished one night walking home from school. Every post was soaked in emotion. "Please, just help me find her." Photos, videos, tearful voice notes, all fabricated. People rallied. Volunteers searched forests. Donations for search drones poured in. Ren responded with gratitude that sounded too gentle to be fake. Then, beneath every thank you, he slipped in one subtle request. "Send me your number, in case we find something." Weeks later, every volunteer received the same text. A photo, their own faces, taken from their social media profiles, bruised, bloodied, photoshopped like crime evidence. And a message, "Now you're the missing one." The police traced it back to a single basement. Hundreds of folders, each one with a stranger's name and every photo they'd ever posted. He called the project the Compassion Archive. His experiment wasn't to find empathy, it was to harvest it. But here's the twist. When investigators finally opened Ren's laptop, the folders weren't saved under strangers' names. They were saved under their names. Every officer who entered that room already had a file waiting for them. Photos, messages, even the words they hadn't yet said to him. Ren wasn't caught. He'd predicted every move, every emotion. Because the real
In a small, forgotten town, there was an old, abandoned house that everyone avoided. They said it was haunted, but no one knew the truth until one fateful night. A group of friends, fueled by curiosity and a dare, decided to explore the eerie structure. As they stepped inside, the air turned cold and the door creaked ominously behind them. Shadows danced on the walls, whispering secrets of the past. Suddenly, they heard a soft, chilling voice calling their names. Panic set in as they realized they were not alone. The friends stumbled upon a dusty mirror, and in its reflection, they saw not just a figure lurking behind them, a ghostly woman with hollow eyes. With a scream, they turned to run, but the door slammed shut. Trapped, they could only watch as the ghostly figure approached, her sorrowful expression revealing a tragic story of loss and longing. In that moment, they understood. Some spirits linger not to haunt, but to seek closure.
Mysterious clown who promised to make their nightmares vanish. He appeared at the edge of playgrounds, his painted smile wide and inviting. Parents dismissed it as a harmless act, a performer trying to entertain. But the children knew different. To them, he wasn't an entertainer. He was a promise of relief from the terrors that haunted their sleep. The clown said he could make their nightmares disappear, but only if they agreed to come with him. He spoke in a voice that was both soothing and chilling, a strange comfort wrapped in dread. One night, a curious boy named Tommy ventured out, drawn by the promise of peace. He followed the clown into the woods, where the whispers of the trees seemed to echo his name. Tommy never returned home. The town was thrown into chaos, search parties combing every corner, but the boy was gone without a trace. The clown vanished too, leaving only a trail of fear and unanswered questions. Parents held their children closer, warning them of the dangers lurking in shadows. The playgrounds were never the same, haunted by the memory of a clown who promised too much. The story became a chilling reminder. Some promises are too dangerous to keep. And to this day, the laughter of children is often replaced by silence, as the shadows grow longer, and the legend of...
Congratulations. You've been hired as the night attendant at the old train station. The night shift is simple as long as you follow the rules. Rule number 1. If a train arrives with no passengers on board, don't step inside. Instead, mark the arrival in the logbook and turn your back until it departs. Rule number 2. If the vending machine drops something without money being inserted, don't pick it up. Leave it there, no matter how much it rolls towards you. Rule number 3. If you hear footsteps echoing on the empty platform, drop your keys on the ground and stand still. When the sound stops, pick them up and continue as if nothing happened. Rule number 4. If a man in an old conductor's uniform asks for a ticket, tell him the booth is closed. If he keeps staring at you, walk to track 3, shut your eyes, and wait until you hear the whistle blow. That's congratulations. You've been hired for the overnight shift at Hollow Moon Restaurant. The job is simple as long as you follow the rules. Rule number 1. If a customer walks in after midnight and orders nothing but water, you must serve it in a cracked glass. If you don't have one, drop the pitcher on the floor and let it shatter. Never serve them a clean glass. Rule number 2. The kitchen bell may ring even when no one is back there. When it does, carry an empty plate to table 6 and set it down. Don't look to see who's sitting there. Don't ask questions. Rule number 3. At 2:15 a.m., the jukebox will play a song no one selected. If the song has no lyrics, hum along until it stops. If it has lyrics, bite your tongue hard enough to draw blood and keep your mouth shut. Rule number 4. If a man in a gray suit asks for the special, tell him it's sold out. If he insists, go into the walk-in freezer, turn off the light, and count to 30 before coming back. Whatever you do, don't let him... Congratulations. You've been hired for the overnight shift as a caretaker at the cemetery. The pay is very high, but you must follow the rules. Rule number 1. If you see a candle burning on a grave with a strange blue flame, do not blow it out. Leave it alone. Someone is still visiting. Rule number 2. A woman in white may appear, placing flowers at night. Do not disturb her. She's been visiting the same grave for 200 years. Rule number 3. If you see a grave that shouldn't be open, don't look inside. The one buried there doesn't like being watched. Rule number 4. Do not walk through the gate at the far end of the cemetery if it swings open by itself. No matter how tempting it looks, it does not lead back to anywhere safe. And the last rule, if you see a figure at the cemetery, do the opposite of what it does. If it moves, stand perfectly still. If it stops, start walking. If it waves, don't wave back.
Because it was cheap, and because the landlord said no one ever stays long. At night, I'd hear scratching inside the walls, slow, careful, like someone trying not to be heard. I called maintenance. They opened the wall. Nothing inside. That night, the scratching stopped. Instead, I heard breathing right next to my ear. I froze. Then a voice whispered, "You weren't supposed to open the wall." I turned on the light. The wall was sealed again. From the inside,